Why is Joe Rogan such an untouchable brand? I was watching Valuetainment, Patrick Bet-David, and he had some guests on his show after the Candace Owens firing that happened from Daily Wire. Whatever the case is, she has her own options. But when I think of number one podcaster, the first person that comes to mind is JRE Podcast, which is Joe Rogan Experience. And that was one of the things that Patrick Bet-David was discussing on his program, is that certain elements that make Joe Rogan the number one podcaster. I don't know if it has to do with the longevity of his show and the kind of guests that he has on, but he was trying to piece together who are the top people in this industry and why are they so successful? Because when you look at people like Tucker Carlson, even Candace Owens, to me, they come off a little bit polarizing. Both of those people are talented. Both of those people have great podcasts and they do a good job. The people that actually can have people on both sides of the aisle politically, somebody who can attract people from all walks of life, I see Joe Rogan doing that. So I'm going to read off some of his backstory. Joe Rogan was born August 11th, 1967. He was born in Newark, New Jersey. He grew up in a working class family. He developed an early love for martial arts. So his big break came in 2001 when he became the host of Fear Factor. And then he concurrently began his comedic career doing stand-up comedy. He's a good orator. He can talk. He can talk in a way that's simple enough for anybody to understand, not just the academics. He's relatable to a lot of people in some way. So the guy that went from, making people eat things that are weird, decided to do a podcast and call it the Joe Rogan Experience out of his own home. And if you want to be successful in life, you need to be somebody who can actively listen. You're able to pick up on social cues. You can pick up on if a person is feeling uncomfortable in a conversation, you can change the topic easily. You know how to segue. You know the right types of questions to ask because you've been listening to what the person is saying. He's masterful at understanding what the public wants to hear as well. Another skill that people who are master communicators have, they know when to say something and when to hold back. And I believe that this is a skill he has, not just from his commentary. I found this on him. I avoided street fights despite being a skilled martial artist, and I suppose when you look at it, it makes sense. People who can exercise restraint are successful in life. They're master communicators. The most successful you're going to be in your life is knowing how to hold back, knowing how to not let things trigger you, but being able to be in control of your own emotion. We are going to see many years more of Joe Rogan, and I almost feel like he's a person that is wise beyond his years. And I know he's self-deprecating at times and say, "Oh God, what do I know? I'm not an astrophysicist." I've seen him have these kind of playing it down of his intelligence, and that's another attractive thing about him.